Hi, this is a presentation on using GraphPad for the one sample t-test. I am Reggie York. At the end of this presentation, you will be able to use GraphPad on the internet to determine if your data are statistically significant when you employ the one sample t-test. This presentation is for those who wish to compare a single score to a set of scores. In the evaluation of social work practice, this could include example 1, you have computed mean pretest score for a set of clients and you wish to compare this one score to all the post-test scores for this group. Or, in the second example, you have a single baseline score for a single client and a set of treatment scores for this client, and you want to compare all the treatment scores, 5 or 6 or whatever of them, to this single baseline score. The one sample t-test does that. It compares a set of scores to a single score. What we will do in this presentation is we will access GraphPad on the internet. We will provide instructions on our situation regarding the statistic we will use. We will enter our data and review the results. I'm going to go now to a document, which if you have, you can see that these provide all the instructions I'm about to give today, step by step. You can go over this document first before this presentation. My purpose of this presentation is just to illustrate it so you can visually see how it works. First, we're going to click on GraphPad there, the link. What we see here is the first a procedure called Analyze Continuous Data. That's part of GraphPad under Quick Calcs. You see the default specification says t-test to compare two means. We are not doing that. In fact, we're doing the one sample t-test. Compare observed and expected means. That is to say, we're going to be using the one sample t-test. So we change the specification to one sample t-test. We hit continue to move on to our next major step. Here we have 3 steps. Choose data entry format, enter your data, and specify hypothetical mean value. The hypothetical mean value is the one score to which you're comparing your scores. So we're going to, for the number 1, choose data entry format. We do not have more than 50 scores to enter, so we will leave that at the default. Let's enter a set of data. Let's say we have several treatment scores for an individual client. Let's say the scores are 23, 17, excuse me, let me make this one 27, 26, 29, 31. So we have 5 treatment scores for this one client, 23, 27, 26, 29, and 31. Over here it says specify the hypothetical mean value. It's got several options. The one we will use is we'll click right here because we're going to enter the actual baseline score. If you're using this for the one group pretest post-test design and you have computed a pretest mean, and if all of these were your post-test scores for that group of clients, then this would be your mean pretest score. So let's say that this particular score was a score of 17. Excuse me, 17. So this client had a baseline score of 17. These were the treatment scores the client had. So now we're ready to have it to do the calculation. We click on Calculate Now. Here are the results we will see. The first thing is that the two-tail p-value was equal to 0.0017. That means it was very statistically significant. It's much less than 0.05. The hypothetical mean here was 17. That's what we entered. That was the mean we entered as the one score. I mean, this was the one score we entered. The actual mean, meaning the treatment scores, was 27.2. So if it's one client with a one baseline, this would be the baseline. This would be the mean of all the treatment scores. If you're using this for the one group pretest post-test design, and you've computed a mean pretest, let's say that was 17.32 or whatever, that's what you see right here. And then this, of course, is what you'd see as the mean of the post-test scores if you're using the one group pretest post-test design. Here is your t-value, which you would typically report when you provide your particular report information. So you got a p-value, you have the mean, well, of course, you have the data you entered as the one score, you have the mean of the set of scores, and you have the t-value. Those are the data you will examine when you're using one of these two uses of the one sample t-test. Okay, I hope that this was beneficial to you.